Alright, so today I will be showing you the nuclear tech one. It has nukes and tech, and it even has guns. We're first gonna go over the guns. We have such incredible guns as the pepper box, comically long pistol, and my personal favorite, the Fast 12. Incredible. And there's even round parts on it. And we have other iconic guns such as the Taw Cannon and the Fat Man. Yes, who would have guessed the nuclear tech has, references to, things from, there's a lot of references, actually. We have, Nuka-Cola type things. We have the bottle caps. You can use the bottle caps to buy things. And there's a bunch of power armor, like NCR Ranger stuff. And pay no attention to this. This comes later. Yes, that is a Soyuz gun. So first, we're going to go over this little artillery turret. This thing, well, what you do is you take your favorite artillery shell. Oh, yes, it's also a factorial reference. You take it, in this case, why don't we just, chuck it in there. Sorry, creative flight is slow, so why don't I create something faster? Wait, I need to be on. No? There we go. And make sure not of this thing when it is fired. I think that's a mission success. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Anyway. Now, there's other... Ugh, I hate... Ugh. Now, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to deliver stuff like, for example, radium chocolate. Nope. It's actually meth. So what you do is you take the 16-inch... I assume that's what it is. Express delivery shell. You put it in there. And then just fire the artillery. And then you'll make sure all your friends get tasty treats. Very quickly. Just wait till. And now, somewhere around here is an artillery shell. But maybe you want to put more than just one thing in there. Well, here's the toolbox. Now you can do. Now. Give them some of this. watch Cobalt Streak on Twitch, you know what this is from. For those who haven't, go watch one of the streams. And of course, we have potatoes. See? And then of course, oh by the way, this is just a bunch of antimatter, but it looks cool. But like, this is some of the best models I've seen in Minecraft. Also, warning. And this is a fusion reactor. And pretty cool. And this is another fusion reactor, but it's different. Let's show you the gadget. Now, if you thought this view was impressive, this is more impressive, but not as impressive as this view. But I won't show you that yet, since well, that requires a different world to test it on. This world, I need to be intact so I can later destroy my frames in a different way. So, how to detonate the gadget. Oh, and by the way, the way you make some of this stuff is pretty. The way you make the real life things is pretty accurate. So as you can see, oh, good job, Bear Square. Just love it. Right. So as you can see, if I take this out, I see nothing. But now we see a little thing. So now all we have to do is just click it, get a safe distance away. I think, yeah, over here seems safe. And prepare to be blinded. And deafened. Now, you'll notice nothing has happened yet. Well, that's because, well, you just have to wait. By the way, if you need diamonds, this is a great way to do it. No lasting environmental impacts at all. None. It's a flawless way to make diamonds. But we have other things to get to. Ah, yes. There's also custom structures, like this thing. I will say, this is on a pretty old version, like it's on 1.7.10, I believe, but it's still one of the highest quality Minecraft mods I think I've ever seen. And yeah, there's so much to cover, but I'm going to cover probably one of the most destructive weapons in this mod. So let me just... We have Gerald here. What does Gerald do? Well, let's read the description. Melter of CPUs, bane of every server. Let's launch him. Very nice. And as you can see, we get an achievement. Send a lad to the moon. Now, I want to warn you. You might be disappointed. Like, I mean, this is kind of impressive, but, you know, you might be a little disappointed. So let's just... I hope you won't be too disappointed by the size of this explosion. I know you all like big explosions, but you know, this one might just be a little bit too small for you. Just a little bit too small. Just a little bit too small. Just be a little bit too small for you guys once it actually. It might just be a little bit too small. Just a little bit. There, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. That's just one. Oh, and by the way, so you see this little thing right here? This is osmiridium, whatever thing. This is the only way to get this block. But I mean, you know, it just comes at a small price. Well, too bad. I forgot I have to do it. Gerald, he's just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. By the way, this is the thing that we showed earlier. ICS. He's just a tiny bit. By the way, for a day after you watch that thing, you will be on fire, unless you're in one. But hey, at least you got osmiridium. Which is used for stuff like the osmiridium and compound plate. This is a very very thing, so that you can make all this other, so that you can make this incredible stuff, you know? And yeah, that's about all I have today. I just really wanted to show off some of the things. So yeah, have have a good day. Have a good day. Hopefully. And yeah, I do not recommend doing this. And even so, it takes a long time. I believe. Maybe it is. I remember at one. Oh no, that might have been the 1.12. There is like more recent versions of this on other slightly more recent Minecraft versions, but I've always found this to be the best since it's made by, you know, HBM the Bobcat, who, you know, who built this mod. The other ones are not official. Or well, they're not made by the actual person. And I don't think this mod will ever get well, I don't think HBM will ever port this to a more recent version, simply because of the amount of time that would take. I guarantee it's astronomical. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Goodbye.